Good to see you, Ronan. Very welcome.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes, Stephen.
Nice to see you.
Welcome aboard. Mikey,
How are you? Thank you.
How are you?
You too.
Sit down there. While you're getting your breath, I'll talk to Louie. I mean, we saw the raw talent 15 years ago with Gay on this show. What did you see in them at the time?
Well, Pat, I was as naive as they were all those years ago. We just wanted to be in the pop business. We all had the same dream, and we were all naive, and we had great fun though.
Did you believe in them though that night?
I totally believed against all odds they were going to make it. But we were trying to do like an Irish version of Take That originally. We didn't know it was going to be as big as it was, and we were quite happy gigging around Ireland, you know. But they had something. I think it was personality.
They had that in spades.
Thanks.
Before we, I'll ask you all about that night in a moment. But first of all, what were you doing when you went for the auditions? What were your day jobs, or what activities were you up to, Shane?
At the time, I'd been kicked out of school, and I was a car mechanic.
You were down Annesley Motors, is that right?
No, that was
Mikey.
It was SL Motors in Finglas.
Okay,
So,
two motor mechanics.
I was a motor mechanic, yeah, working down on Ainsley Motors in Ballybuck.
Yeah, what were you doing, Ronan?
I was in school. And when I actually got into the band, then I had to make the decision to leave school for the band. I was in my leaving cert year. I was very hard to leave. Yeah, big decision.
I bet, though, the parental side of things said they weren't too pleased leaving school, were
No,
they?
my mum and dad weren't happy at all. My mum turned to my sister, Linda, and Linda said, let him, sure, go on. It's his dream. Just make sure if it doesn't work, he'll go back. And I promised her, but thank God I haven't had to.
You haven't had to go back. Stephen, what about you?
Same with me, school. So I was happy to get out of it and get into the band and start travelling. And best geography lesson I've ever had.
Yeah, you can imagine, though, what kids are saying to their parents at home right now. You know, I told you, Ma, I don't have to stay in school. Look at them.
No.
Stay in school.
Trust me, stay in school.
Stay in school. Keith?
I was halfway through the first year in college studying architecture, but I knew that wasn't going to work out. Really. For reasons I won't go into.
All right, so when the call came, you were all happy to give it a go?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a big step for everyone. You know, as you see the first clip, nobody really had a clue what the whole industry was about, other than a bit of singing, a bit of dancing, as far as we were concerned, you know.
And how did you feel that performance went? I mean, you've been slagged about it ever since.
Oh, we thought we were superstars. I remember I was working in Corky's part-time, a shoe shop in Dublin. And I remember walking down Henry Street thinking I was the bee's knees. Like that. See me last night?
We picked them on a Thursday night, and was Bridget Ruan, the researcher, she said, come in on the Friday night. The boys had never been in a TV studio before, but we just wanted to be on the Late Late Show.
And that was it?
And that was, and well, listen, who could say no to the Late Late Show?
I remember ringing him up and asking, how tall do you have to be?
Every day he rang me, every day he rang me. He used to, and he was the only guy to send in a CV, Pat. He sent in a CV.
It was full of lies,
and everything. About how good he was and how great singer and how great dancer he was.
Okay.
I still wanted it.
So you're thrown together, but you didn't know each other. So what was that like? You're great buddies now, great friends for years and years. But what was it like in the early days?
Oh, I mean,
But myself and Shane grew up together in the same, in Donamead. I mean, in the first Late Late Show, there was three of us, and we all said Raheny, but we were actually from Donamead. I mean, if I can remember the interview rightly, we had three piano players, we had a drummer, and none of us could sing.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but myself and Shane kind of knew each other, and I mean, I think it was initially Shane and a guy called Mark Walton who approached Louie Walsh initially, and it was between Louie and the two boys that start kind of getting the ball rolling and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But it didn't take us long to kind of, you know, to gel.
Yeah, different this time around, though, isn't it? Like you guys together, having had a break and all being much older, wiser, perhaps.
Slightly wiser. I mean, we've learned a lot over the years. The first 6 years were amazing, and they left a serious mark on all of us, a good mark. And then the 8 years we spent apart, you know, we grew as people, I think, because we didn't get a chance to grow all those years ago. I was only 16 when I joined the band. You know, that's half my life I've been doing this now.
Getting old, Ronan.
I am getting old. I'm telling you.
Now, Louis, there was an awful lot in the papers, a lot of acrimony, a lot of things said by all parties involved.
But that happens in every band, Pat. We just did it in the open, you know. I mean, for any six people, you always have disagreements, but we often agree to disagree.
But did you ever think that they'd get back together again?
I absolutely
You always
did.
believed that it would happen?
Always did.
I wish you would have told us.
I wasn't talking to you. No, I totally did. I have to say, Pat, I mean, it's a lot more fun second time around.
Yeah.
And they're a great band now. I mean, I watched them tonight. They were on Shyland. They were so good.
Now, it was supposed to be maybe just the farewell tour once more around the block, but it's become more than that, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the farewell tour, as it was supposed to be last year, was very exciting for us, and we didn't really look beyond that. But obviously, due to the success of that tour, we decided, well, this feels good. You know, maybe we'll take another step forward.
And there will be another album then?
Yeah, we're going to be working on a new album in January, and then another tour next year. We've got a tour May, June of next year.
They're in the O2, and we've had extra dates. I mean, everybody loves this band at the moment, so I think we'll do 2 or 3, sell out nice.
We'll be talking about a prize for one of our viewers at home in the O2. We'll tell them about that in a few minutes' time. But who are your fans now, Shane? I mean, are they the same people who've just aged with you?
Yeah,
That's that one I just broke.
certainly a lot of people from the past, without a doubt. It was very apparent, you know, in the 8 years that we had been apart, all the different stuff that each guy kind of got involved in. A lot of the fans were there throughout all of that, and the dedication that, you know, they showed us as individuals. You know, it was inevitable that it was going to be great when we came back together, and especially the guys up in the back row there and all. You know, they're from England and they travel all over the place, and they always see us. You know, they're around. It's amazing, you know. Without them guys, there is no Boyzone, you know.
A lot of the kids who watch all the TV programs, they see Louie on, you know, and Louie's there perfectly formed as the successful manager with Westlife and Girls Aloud, Shane Ward, and yourselves as the trailblazers, and people just think, well, Louie does that kind of thing. Louie, this was kind of last chance saloon for you, wasn't it?
It was last, because I had been working with all the show bands, but the kind of show band industry had dried up, so I was basically out of business. And I went to see Take That, and I went to see E17. Luckily, we copied Take That. We didn't copy E17.
Yeah, we did try.
We hadn't had any really big Irish pop stars before that. You know, I think Joe Dolan was like the biggest pop star here. So we all had the same dream. And we made it, Pat, against all odds, because we had no big record deal, nobody gave us a lot of money, but we did it ourselves.
Everyone kind of sees him as being the cute manager who knew everything.
He's gorgeous. He's very
You know, Louie really, as well as the rest of the band, of course, but Louie did have a great determination and belief in making this. A lot of hard work, you know.
But you were kind of blundering along, learning as you went along.
I couldn't get anybody on the phone to even take my calls in the UK record companies. I rang everybody. I mean, Simon Cowell turned me down so many times, wouldn't even take my call, you know. Every major record company produced everybody, but I just sat on it every day. So, you know, if we can make it, anybody can make it. I mean, you know what I mean. If you're passionate and you care and you work at it, that's what I mean.